Your sunshine, your sunshine, your sunshine, shining down on me. Your sunshine, your sunshine, your sunshine, shining down on me. Your sunshine.
Mea għandil Dan Vardi li huwa chairman u l-fundatur ta' organizzazzjoni jisimha Autobest u ħan nispjegawlkom eżattament din l-organizzazzjoni fiex tikkonsisti. Dan, first of all, I'd like you to explain to our viewers what Autobest is all about.
It's now the largest, biggest European independent motoring jury, which is a compliment in itself. We have one jury member for each country, so in this respect it's like a small real European Union based on values, on competence, on professionalism. We have a clear target to make the consumers, car consumers all around Europe aware about everything in the car industry. From the Best Buy Car of Europe, which is the Autobest award itself, to the excellence of the industry in different fields as a good company, as a good management, as good technologies, as connectivity, as sports, motorsports. So in our group of respected voices in Europe of motoring writers, we explore all the meaningful trends, products, services which are coming in the car industry in Europe.
When did this all actually start and what inspired you to get it going?
Everything started in 2000 because at that time, that was the new millennium, by the way, so we are a new millennium product. By the way, at that time I realized that there is a need for a Best Buy car trophy in Europe. There is a need for many people to understand which is really a Best Buy, because at that time was a lot of confusion regarding the new technologies, about the specs of the car, if it's needed, if it's not needed. At that time, not everything was needed. So we went down to the reality. We also realized there are a lot of issues about a simple thing like spare parts availability. People sometimes realize about this problem when they have a problem, because before they say, I don't care about spare parts, but sometimes spare parts could be a big issue. The service network distribution in a territory, it's also an idea. You don't necessarily live in the biggest capital of the world to have everything on your finger. You might live somewhere remote, and then if you have an issue with a service, it's a problem. So we explored from the very beginning all these problems, and also was the need for a different approach. And our approach was a balance between emotional and rational. Because of course, if you ask everyone in Malta if or she will be happy to have a Ferrari, the answer will be, wow, yesterday please. But if you go to say, okay, how many of us here in Malta can afford a Ferrari, then probably will be very few, if. So wishful thinking is great, but it's not coming in your life. It's okay, you can dream. It's good to dream. So we realized that we have to make a balance. So that was the origin of this 13 criteria matrix, which is taking into consideration everything, almost. And it was working very well, because it's giving, first of all, this balance between emotional and rational, but it's also giving a lot of transparency to the jury, to our work. It's, if you want, in a way like Euro NCAP. At the beginning, the results were shocking, people have been afraid, but then the industry started to learn, and they adapted their methods, their researches, their way of building cars to the Euro NCAP. It's the same for Autobest. People in the industry started in these 16 years to learn what is really important in a car, and they started to apply that. You can see the best example is last year, Fiat Tipo is an Autobest. It's completely Autobest philosophy, and you see the results. It's a huge success for Fiat in all Europe. So it happened that, and I'm happy to say this, that really the Best Buy car is the Fiat Tipo, and we can see that in sales. It's a logical step. I mean, if you ask me, could be the Best Buy car of Europe the new Ampera E? The answer is no. because definitely this kind of car will be very good in sales maybe in I don't know how many years when we'll have a Best Buy electric car. So in this respect, AutoBest is very down to earth, very close to the consumers, very close to the people needs.
So TIPO won the last edition. What's happening for this year's edition?
We just had a meeting when we decided the show called Shortlist Cars. There are about 9, if I remember correctly, shortlisted cars. Now we go for a new round of discussions with the manufacturers about the eligibility of these cars, because we have several rules to be respected. And then finally, eventually we'll go down to final 5 to explore the winner. We'll have obviously our already famous and legendary final 5 test. This year will be in Italy, in Vairano. And then, of course, the jury members will vote for the winner. So it's our typical process, is nothing new. The difference is that we have a larger jury, so every nation will have a voice on that. And I'm very proud to say that here in Paris we announced, as I said, the final enlargement with 5 new countries, and I'm happy to congratulate you for being a member of AutoBest jury. For a small country like Malta, it's a big performance. It's, I would say, almost unique in the jury, because nowadays all these guys are looking for big markets. However, we took the advantage of knowing you as a brilliant journalist, as a respected voice in your country, a well-known personality, I would say. We want to have as many as possible of these people like yourself in our group.
I actually want to take this opportunity to thank you for considering me as one of the jury members. It's an honor for me and hopefully for my country as well. And I commit myself to give my effort and make sure that the whole scheme will move forward as it has done for so many years. Thank you very much.